Today on MOONTALK, South Korean BitScum insider trading, trouble with Shift Card, and the North American Bitcoin Conference. And now, we follow three crypt dudes on their journey to the moon. This is MOONTALK.
And the top coin market capitalizations from coinmarketcap.com are Bitcoin at $11,324.50, Ethereum at $1,028.26, Ripple at $1.35, Bitcoin Cash at $1,738.68, Cardano at 59.07 cents, Litecoin at $186.50, NEM at $1.03, NEO at $127.07, Stellar at 44.8 cents, EOS at $12.61.
I'm going to start off today by giving a anti-shout out to these South Korean BitScum insider trading people.
What's going on there?
So, you guys, we're in the Great Dip right now. It was caused by South Korean exchanges being taken off of a coin market cap because, the government's all like, we need to have our finger in, this pot. And so, the government is trying to shut down cryptocurrencies. And there's, South Koreans, you are in the struggle right now. So we feel for you if you're investing. But these government insiders who, work in the financial industry knew that there was going to be this, coin market cap. They were going to be taken off of coin market cap. So they all sold their Bitcoin high on all of that right before the dip happened, the night before. And just this past week, they have started to file formal insider trading charges against all these guys. And honestly, with all due respect, you South Korean BitScum, screw you guys. You guys are not only the reason that the market tumbled, but you guys are profiting off of the market tumbling. You guys, I don't like you. I don't like these people.
Sounds a little xenophobic.
No, screw them. I don't care if they're from Botswana. If you're trying to manipulate a currency and you're profiting off of it because of insider trading, dude, happened to Martha Stewart. That's how I feel about it. Same way about Martha Stewart.
What happened with China, though? Because it wasn't South Korea happened, and that was when, Phil, you were like, oh, it's the Great Dip. And I was like, I don't know if we can call this the Great Dip yet, because this is the Great Dip of 2018, 10 days in. It's just continuing.
Well, there is the Chinese New Year that was this past week.
Yeah.
And a bunch of analysts were like, not only is this normal, just in other trades and in the NASDAQ to have the January dip, but it goes so long into January because we have our New Year's on the 1st, and then China is like, oh, it's January 21st, and we're just now getting our New Year's splurging and all our partying. And so the dip that we saw from the Chinese markets was supposedly linked to it being the Chinese New Year.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
they're shutting down miners.
Oh,
that's what
really?
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I remember I'd seen something about that earlier, but they're planning on limiting electricity to the Bitcoin miners, and I'm not sure for what reason. I'm just reading headlines, but I just knew that there was something that happened with China also. So it was South Korea and then China that caused this kind of.
That's actually really fair because China's taking over America in the ecosystem, eco-friendly market.
It's true. They're pretty energy forward right now.
And Bitcoin mining is incredibly bad for the environment. So I can't be terribly against this.
No, it's good.
It's better for our grandkids down the line, especially our Chinese grandkids.
Everyone will be Chinese then, right?
Chinese or Spanish.
I was gonna say, and it brings up the question of staking again. Is the better technology with staking coins? Coins that use less energy. It's an interesting idea.
How's your staking going? Because you have a
I got my first stake reward.
Ooh.
How much was
It was 7 coins.
That's not bad.
Awesome.
Though.
It's not bad, and
adding coins
what I hear is
the
that
thing.
it takes a while to get a staking reward, and then after you get one, then they start to happen more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm just excited to see more more coins in my bank
baby.
account.
Hell yeah!
That's what
In
it's
my
about.
bank account.
I had something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins.
I got my Ledger Nano S this weekend, it came in a like Apple redesigned the world because this thing, my ledger came in a Apple style box, and it looks beautiful. And I've had a busy weekend and haven't actually set anything up. So let's go Monday. I want to get all my currency on that thing so that I can just wipe the sweat off of my brow and just hope this thing doesn't go to zero.
Can it hold like more than one currency?
I think it can hold several, like by several, like 3 to 7. I think it depends on how, like if you have 17,000 like Bitcoin, that might take more space than 20 Ripple.
But
but is it like limited by the type of coin?
That I don't know. I know
only
on the
certain
actual
coins
package
are
it
on
says Bitcoin,
the ledger.
Ethereum, and maybe Dash.
Oh,
This thing's from France. Everything on it's like bonjour,
It's French.
and, escargot. Oh, that was cool. The French president this week was like, baguettes need to be a World Heritage food, and he's like that's like his main policy right now is like, nuclear weapons, populism. We need to get baguettes culturally sanctified. So
but that ledger doesn't have a scratch off thing on the back, does it?
It does not. I checked.
Good.
Yeah,
It
everybody
does not.
checks.
I was very worried. And then
Unreal.
when it came in the package, I was a little bit less like, because it's like
looked
vacuum
legit.
sealed in an Apple style
Anyone
box.
can vacuum seal anything inside of anything.
No, they can't. They have to own vacuum sealing coin technology.
Yeah, and that's like $32.
You have to have at least 10,000 VAC coins,
I've vacuum sealed things.
which is worth like 4 Satoshi per coin.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, but that scratch off scam, we never talked about that. That was something we heard about where these Ledger Nano S's were going out to people, and they would have this thing that would be like scratch off on the back and then enter your code into something or something. And what you were really doing was it just linking it to someone else's wallet. So these people had bought a whole bunch of ledgers and put these things on the back and were just stealing people's crypto. It was just gone once you typed it in.
This is
Watch
literally
out.
like everything that we have done from like moving from like Chase or Wells Fargo into the crypto space has been like walking out of like, it's a small world ride into like Westworld.
Oh,
where
for
it's
sure.
like, oh yeah, I can just shoot you in the face and then like, have
so
my way
many
with your
people
girlfriend.
lately have been talking about how their banks are limiting their access to like all these trading sites. Like I think is it Capital One cards can't use on Coinbase anymore.
Yeah.
If you have a credit union bank, most likely your credit union is going to shut down your card if you try and buy anything on Coinbase.
Whoa.
And it's crazy. It's such a war.
That brings up a question of like, who owns your money? Like, if my money's all in a
You
credit
give it to
union
someone else.
and they don't let me use it for like, my own investment, like, I mean, technically that's true. Like, if I want to buy a nuclear bomb or like nuclear materials, the bank will be like, that's suspicious behavior. You can't do that. But
So-
like, is crypto that?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, it's not, because I can't spend my crypto whenever I want to. My shift card's been down for like a week, and it doesn't work, and I can't get a hold of anyone to talk about it. And I mean, I could go on Coinbase and sell it, but that'll take, several days, right? Several days, up to 7 days to get your money out. So it's not better than having fucking actual money.
Yeah.
Like, I was broke, just didn't have any money.
What's like?
And couldn't get access to it.
What was your experience with it? Like, are you like just totally pissed at the crypto space?
Well, I'm not pissed at the crypto space. It's just the integration into. You can't act like this is a viable opportunity or like thing to use instead of money if you can't use it, and if you're having more problems than you are with a bank using it. And it is like the fucking Wild West where it's like you don't know, you just gave your money to these people and it grew over there. But if you want to get it out, I mean, Coinbase and just selling it is the best way I can think of, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
And it's not like you have immediate access to it. What's that?
Like you couldn't use your shift
No,
card?
I couldn't use my shift card. Basically, what happens right now when the whole time I've had my shift card, every time I try to use the shift app, it acts like I'm trying to authorize a new card. And it does the whole thing, and it asks me, what wallet do you want to use to take it out? And sometimes I'll try another one, but it still will fuck up, and it will always go to my Bitcoin wallet, and it usually just works. And it's just like I keep reactivating it or something.
Sure.
And then at some point it just stopped allowing me to do that. And I got a hold of the people, and they just weren't able to answer my question, and there's no one to call. Also, Coinbase, every time I log in, have to authorize a new computer. It seems like, and has to do with having a variable IP address. But it's I had trouble with that and calling them. I had to reauthorize. I had reauthorized too many times in one day, and so I blocked access. I called them. They couldn't do anything about it. They're like, "Yeah, you just can't get back in for 24 hours.
So it's your fault.
Your cookies." Yeah, it's my fault. Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, and then I was like, I couldn't send money over to the shift card, and that's when it was working, and then the shift card just stopped working, and it's just like error, technical issue. We're working on it for the last 7 days.
Good Lord.
So
I'm sorry, man. The only troubles I've had with shift card has been like trying to use it as a credit card buying something online. Aside from that, it's been,
Really?
I've had like one or two places be like, "Oh, your card didn't go through," but it's been like it's worked for me just about every other time. And
I mean, what we're hoping is that that there'll be more card options other than the shift card, because there already are, and you kind of hear about these different cards, but like the Monaco card we heard about, and there's other cards, but shift card is just the one that we can use, I guess, in Oregon.
We're in the Coinbase kind of sphere.
I just want to bring up Jesus Coin.
Okay.
Jesus Coin?
Jesus Coin. Have you guys... I told you guys about... Okay.
I remember, we sat down and read that.
If you guys want the funniest bit of, like, ICO humor, it exists in the form of Jesus Coin. You literally just have to go to their site, and this thing is, like... it's the funniest... All right, I'm going to bring it up right now. Jesus Coin is literally decentralizing Jesus on the blockchain. I'm on their website. Like, literally from start to finish, this thing is just crypto gold. Using the cryptographic breakthrough of Bitcoin ledger and anonymous cryptocurrencies, Jesus Coin has been developed as the currency of God's Son. Unlike morally bereft cryptocurrencies, Jesus Coin has the unique advantage of providing global access to Jesus that's safer and faster than ever before. I'm telling you guys, go on this website and just read through what the technology is. Like, they have Jesus Christ, founder and CEO, Judas Iscariot, trustee, St. Peter, public relations.
So do you think it's a joke?
I think it's the Jesus version of Dogecoin. That's just like, hey, we can, like, it's Jesus. You put Jesus on anything, you can sell it. Like, that's just a fact. I went to Catholic school.
That's really interesting. True. I wonder who runs that coin. Like who created that.
We'll check out what the network. This is the bottom of the page. See what the network is powered by.
I mean, yeah, I see what they're doing here, but
it's
I wonder if Jesus.
It's just like, honestly, it's really funny the way that they've written out their website, because they nail all the dots that like legitimate cryptocurrency websites go on. It's just like, it's the same as Sunday school. It's the Sunday school coin. It makes you wonder if there's like Buddha coin, Muhammad coin, other religion coins.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example of people being able to do whatever they want on the internet and just trolling other people.
The Wild West, man. I mean, there's like Pepe and meme coin. I mean,
that's true.
The best thing is we're either going to or not going to see cryptocurrency become like the thing in 5 years. I would love to know if there's actually some kind of like church organization like CYO or something like that that actually starts operating on some kind of like cryptographic monetary system, like, I don't know, paying for basketball jerseys with like Jesus
cults
coin
and shit that are just like operating in the crypto, like have their own crypto
Charlie Manson coin.
Or they're just like using that.
maybe this is the new like cult, like crypto, like this could be the next Scientology, or who's the guy that they all died on the Haley Bopp comet with the Nike sneakers?
The Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Yeah. Maybe this is the new one.
I mean, if you think about it, our leader Satoshi is someone that no one has ever seen.
Our leader Satoshi.
And the way you put it is even creepier.
Yeah, I mean,
so we've never seen.
It's very religious.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, we threw all of our faith in it.
And now it's time for
Tarot Coin. So, this week's tarot coin is, what's more important, staking your resources into human relationships or into getting a better position for your kids? So let me break down that answer. As far as human relationships, are you going to invest your money in Bitcoin, or at least a portion of it in Bitcoin or cryptos, but keep enough of your current wealth to go on dates, go take vacations, take your kids to the amusement park? Like, is that what you should be throwing your resources into? Or is it more important to get a good position for your kids? Should you be staying in more instead of going on dates? Doing staycations so that you're not spending on vacations? Or instead of taking your kids to the amusement park, putting that money into an ICO so that you can send them to college and buy them a car when they're 16? What's more important right now? Investing in your current human relationships or investing in a good position for your kids? Interesting. I just pulled the upright Two of Swords. Oh, this is a crazy card. Okay. The Two of Swords features a blindfolded swordsman who is in his practice chambers. In both hands, crossed on right and left, he holds his swords in a blind justice kind of pose. Behind him, we have a nearly endless scape of sea, rocks in between, and an island behind him, followed by the crescent moon, and also we're experiencing a crescent moon right now. So this this card features blindness, justice, and power. It is the beginning of someone's will to power, and it's completely naive. This is somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, a noob. They've not experienced the depths of battle, the hardship of loss. They're young. They're in a completely crystal white cloth. They are the virgin purity of naivete. And they're blindfolded. They haven't seen the truth of what is yet to be. So, do we invest in human relationships or a good position in our future? Right now, it seems very hazy to be able to answer this because we have nothing but the future to look forward to. We're in the basest form of understanding our future potential. But what we do have is the equipment to understand. We have both the right sword crossed over the left sword. So we have both potentials in the hand. We have the potential for the human relationships, and we have the potential for a good position for our kids. But understand, it is blind. We can't see the correct answer. All we see is the possibilities. So this might be disappointing for people looking for an honest, concrete answer, because right now, we simply have a bet of chance to go off of. So, the best that I can offer from this card is to understand the naive space that we all occupy. Right now, we are at the beginning of a trek going up a mountain. You don't know what the cliff is going to be like in 5 hours because you're not even seeing that cliff yet. You're not on that part of the mountain. And similarly to this blinded Two of Swords, we're just in a space where the future is uncertain, but the future is coming. It's going to come as quick as a crescent moon turns into a full moon, turns into 3 crypt dudes going to the moon. And that is your tarot coin.
Hey, so we're coming off the North American Bitcoin Conference. A lot of cool stuff there. I kind of took notes on some of the things that I was really interested in, but I'm just interested. What do you guys think about it? Where are we, and what's
about the North American Bitcoin Conference?
What do you think about that new shift card? Well, it's not a shift card. It's a credit card.
Right. ICO.
Right.
That was the most exciting thing I saw in that little video was that card. If you like read your balance on it.
Yeah. So it looks like. I mean, honestly, it looks like a hardware wallet.
That was my question. Do you know if it's really a hardware wallet or is it like more like a card where you can pay things like a shift card where it's you're paying for things and then someone else is sending the money and that's linked to their ICO.
I think that it's using the chip in the card, like
to translate it into real money. That's where I'm wondering where the transaction happens.
But maybe it only works.
Let's say Fuse X coin on there.
So here's the thing, guys. Do your own research.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
But yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks super cool. Like I have to have one of those.
That's crypto technology, man.
That's true.
I have to have. I just bought a Ledger Nano S. I had to have it. This is materialistic, baby.
Got to get it.
We're living in the Pokemon culture. Right. We are the result of the Pokemon culture, which is gotta catch them all. Gotta catch all the coins.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Vatum. So I looked into this just a little bit, and it seems really cool. So imagine CryptoKitties. So we're talking about creating unique. So each address, right, is unique. Vatum basically takes that concept and applies it to everything. So it creates unique things in a like augmented space.
Like Pokemon.
So like you're on your. So basically, what I saw about it was, let's just say in advertising. Say you you saw a billboard, and on the billboard there was a Coke, and the Coke's, in this Vatum space, you could take that Coke with your phone. Like you could grab that unique Coke and put it on your phone. And so now that digital information has been transferred from somewhere out there in the augmented space to your wallet in the augmented space.
It sounds like an acid trip.
And you can use it just like you use anything else. So it's like the example that I saw was like they took
turn it in for a Coke.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah, because it's unique.
But you're paying for it as you do it, right? Yeah, it's the transaction.
And so you can do that with all kinds of objects. So it's just it attaches kind of this picture or this like object to the address.
What's different than like
blockchain.
If it was just like a QR code? Like if you were scanning a QR code and by doing so paying, and then it's like a token that you then trade in for the thing. Is there something more unique about the Coke that you then get?
No, what I think it does is it's more user friendly.
Gotcha.
So it's like, oh, I'm taking this object that I want and I'm storing it in my collection of things. So there's like an application that's like your inventory.
Yeah,
and
it's like, what can I go get right now?
Yeah. And your inventory can grow based on your sharing it, I guess, in the advertisement version of this. So if I took the Coke, I could cash the Coke in for a free Coke.
Yeah.
And then now my Coke bottle, the unique address is showing me a picture of an empty Coke bottle. So now my Coke has been used. But if I share my Coke with you two, then my Coke will fill up like 20%.
You can share your.
So that's the way this advertising marketing
share
thing
your
works.
advertisement, like your QR code in inverted commas, and then so it's kind of like pyramid marketing where like if 10 of your friends get this shared thing, you get one Coke.
Because you're giving them an empty bottle, which will give you an incentive to buy some Coke, and then maybe give your bottle to someone else. That's interesting.
Well, no, you're giving
marketing.
what you're sharing with them is probably
like Coke,
the full freebie Coke or whatever. This is just one example of how advertisement could be used in this Vatum world, because Vatum is really the unique addresses being represented through objects.
Yeah.
So it's a
I bet
crazy way that this thing is going to start going.
I bet you this is the death of taking any kind of digital photo in a non-augmented reality. Because, like, iPhone X is coming out, plus, the North American Bitcoin conference, and, like, guaranteed, like, I'll take a selfie, and if it's in, like, downtown Vancouver and there's a Coke, billboard behind, like, I'll take that selfie, and there'll be, like, the Coke bottle, like, smiling in the selfie behind me. Like, that's gotta be the future.
I mean, not only that, but I mean, even your identity will be on the blockchain. Like, think about how far that could go.
They got my social.
I mean, it's gonna be more specific than your social.
Soul,
I'm gonna have my genetics.
Yeah, right.
We're
My
participating
brother
in our own demise.
My brother's a doctor. Well, he's almost a doctor, and he tells me, do not ever send your genes for 23andme.com. He's like, dude, you have no idea what they're selling your genes for, for any kind of biomedical, anything.
They're growing versions of you.
Growing versions of you, putting your DNA in some kind of hybrid rabbit Resident Evil project.
Is that really so bad?
That. Resident Evil is a pretty bad future. If that's the future, it's pretty bleak.
It's my DNA.
I mean, if it's more Vanilla Sky, I could go with that future.
Word.
Yeah. But that's interesting.
Yeah, man. That's what I took away from it. There's a lot of really cool stuff that happened.
Legal things with taxes.
Yeah, they talked about pensions, which is a big
pensions.
Thing. Yeah.
Ooh, cool. Let's see. Any other?
Oh yeah, I was noticing. I'm continuing to track the ratio of 10 within the crypto world. And last week I was talking about the relationship between Bitcoin and Ethereum and Neo, and that fell apart a bit when the China dip happened. But then I started to notice a very strong correlation between Neo and Mana. And these are just because these are, two coins that I have and that I keep track of. But it was pretty strong for a while. I'm gonna check my Blockfolio right now, see where they're at, and this may have broken, but it was pretty strong. And I think these ratios happen still quite close. Yeah.
So
Neo's at Neo's at $122 and Mana's at 11.7 cents. So it's pretty close. They were right smack dab on. But I think when we hit more market stability, you see more of those gradations of 10.
You're talking about
it's a natural order.
Orders of magnitude?
Yeah, orders of magnitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and
Bitcoin
Neo?
and Ethereum and Neo last week were Bitcoin was at 14,000, Ethereum was at 1,400, and Neo was at 140.
So it's
and it was
cents.
Yeah, it was like a bit dime and a bit penny. But then you have Mana, which is way even farther down the chain, which is interesting to see it get roped into all
What's
this.
interesting about that is it's almost like hive mind.
Yeah.
So it's all of the people who are functioning in the space, what coins are they holding in mass?
In magnitude, yeah, because it's when I'm holding a little bit of Bitcoin, some Ethereum, more than that in Neo, and then a whole lot more of that than Mana, because it's it's nice to have those different gradations of coins, and so I think you start to see them line up along those patterns so that people can pick them up batches of where it's at, and 14's the number.
That's gonna be great once rap gets on this game in 5-10 years, because no more Benjamins. That was a 2000s thing. I got Benjamin. It's gonna be I got Bitcoin with Ethereum.
The song we listened to.
Well, that's just one song. We gotta centralize this decentralized currency in the rap game.
Changing hip hop.
Yeah, we'll see what happens
every day. Great. Anybody have any other news? Any olds?
Would you rather drink a gallon of syrup or a tablespoon of garbage water? Let us know in the comments or send us an email at moontalkpodcast@gmail.com.
That's MoonTalk.
MoonTalk is meant for entertainment purposes only. This is not investment advice. Do your own research before you buy.